you see if Daisy's eaten?
Yeah.
We need to go out to the garden and grab some peppers. So let's go out there. Hi, Fifi. You want to come out here with me? Oh, look at you. You got your toy, huh? You got your toy? Here. Are you hungry? You want to eat? Okay. You eat your food. Look at my garden. It looks so different, huh? So I took down my summer garden, planting my fall and winter garden now. Oops, peppers. There has been a lot that has happened over the last couple of months. So I guess I should talk to you all about that. I don't even know where to begin. Our plans for going on the road trip, well, that has changed. I only have one pepper on here. I guess it's that time of season though. Well. Anyways, let me show you real quick since I'm out here. So in this bed, I still have my peppers. They're not so happy. Can't even really see them. But here they are. I got one there and one there. There's nothing else in this bed. Over here, I have some Brussels sprouts. So I've got Brussels sprouts all here. And then on this side, I have some Swiss chard, like some colored Swiss chard. And then I have some romaine lettuce there. I have some parsley. Don't know what I'm gonna do with this bed yet. Maybe I'll put potato in it. Oh, but you see what's coming up here? This is a garlic that was from last winter, actually, that's decided to sprout. Lucas! So anyways, there's some garlic. In this bed, I have a bunch of celery. So a bunch of celery. And then over here, this is broccoli. So I have a bunch of broccoli here. And here is another volunteer. This is a potato from actually, I planted potatoes last December. So this is a volunteer. I think that is a red potato, but I'm not quite sure. I can't remember exactly. As you can see over here, this is still a kale from early winter that I planted. All of this, I didn't replant any of this actually. This is new. I traded this for some lemons, so this is lemongrass here. And then here's just some herbs that I have. I forget what they are. So this is chrysanthemum, a golden bell. And I have back there is my blueberry bush. And then I have this one, and I can't remember what it is either. But it sure does smell good. Oh, where's it at? This is a toothpaste. And it really, like, it has such a wonderful smell to it. Anyways, so this one, the toothpaste needs to be cut back because it is crowding out my blueberry bush. And then all my tomatoes, all the tomatoes are gone. My trellises are empty. I'm not gonna plant anything in these. I have one tomato that's left that's doing fairly well, so we'll see what happens there. And then all the way on this side of the bed, or of the garden, I guess, I have one little squash here. So, and I had some that started to come up, but like this one is not good, so I'm just gonna leave that for the animals, little critters. But you do see, and I'm still getting some tomatoes off of this one, so we can pick these. Actually, I can put those in my scramble this morning. Here's a couple more, and that's about it. So this bed, I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna plant anything in this bed because it takes so long for the sun to reach it. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's pretty shaded all day long. And then I took everything out from here, took all the beds out. I still have my strawberries, of course, those ones there go into dormancy in the fall, so that's pretty normal. They die back and then come back. This is the Ozark along with those. I've never grown Ozark before, so I'm not quite sure what to expect from those. And then of course over here I have my basil and my apple tree. So I've got my one lone pepper. I'm gonna have to go buy some from the store. Anyways, so there has been some things that have transpired. I'm sure you are all aware of it. I'm not gonna say anything about anything. My husband and I have decided that California is no longer our home, which is really upsetting to my husband. My husband loves California. So I love California because he loves California. Actually, that's a lie. I don't like California. but I want him to be happy. So I follow him. But things have happened here that has made it very difficult for my family to thrive. So our plan of traveling in a year and a half, starting next June, is no longer an option. So we have decided to boost that day ahead. And we are now in the process of selling our home. It's on the market, it's active. We have spent the last 4 weeks painting and cleaning and decluttering and doing yard sales and everything else that you need to do to get your house ready to sell and to downsize considerably. Going from a 1,200 square foot, 3-bed, 2-bath home to a 30-foot travel trailer. That's a big adjustment. A little liberating, because you carry less stuff, you have less things that you need to worry about, or at least that's the way I feel about it. So at least that's the way I'm looking at it. So I don't feel so stressed out about everything that's happening. My daughter, she has transitioned to online schooling. She experienced some things in the school. We had to get the police involved, and there's an active investigation going on right now. So we had to take her out of school for those reasons, which has been very...
Hi, Mom.
Hi. Which has been really frustrating for us, and sad and traumatic. And my daughter is really struggling with what has happened. So, but we're also pulling the boys out of school. We have had 3 separate incidences with COVID since they started school, which was the last day of August. So they've been out of school for 6 weeks total. And my middle child, my middle son, he is upset and distraught because he feels like he is missing out on his education, and rightfully so.
Like me?
No, Reiki.
Oh.
There's Jacob. Oops. There we go. Anyways, so the boys, I am getting ready to transition them to an online charter school. I'm going to start that process tomorrow. I think the only hesitancy that Rick and I have about that is obviously my time is going to be spent teaching and working with and helping the boys with their education. And I really want to help my husband bring in money so that he's not so burdened with being the sole financial provider for our family. I see how heavy it weighs on him, and it makes me sad.
I need you.
Yes, I know. So I would really like to be able to help with this. So I'm looking into some online ventures where I can work remotely or do independent work. You know, I have a very entrepreneurial, anyways, personality. So, like I've already owned and ran successfully one business. I don't know how successful it was because my heart was so big. I didn't want to burden other families with such an expensive monthly bill. So I didn't charge what I should have been charging. But the fact of the matter is I ran a business for almost 10 years with exceptional reviews, and families that were upset when I finally did close my doors. What else are we gonna have with this? You know what? I've got some broccoli in here. We could do some broccoli and cheese. And I have a little bit of cilantro left. I think that's it. Oh, you know what? I've got some meat from the other night. Anyways, and let's grab a tomato. Let's see. This looks good. This is a Black Beauty. Freedom. This is a tomato, honey.
Oh.
Freedom decided that he wanted to try a piece of my tomato. So, but he didn't want to eat the actual tomato. He wanted to eat the stem or the stalk. So he chewed the stalk completely off. So I had to harvest all my tomatoes, and what you just seen, that was the last of them. So, yeah. Anyways, I don't know where I was at. Finances. Oh, helping my husband out financially. So I've been looking for different avenues to where maybe I could bring in some extra income to help out my husband. My son is growling at me, so I need to get him his breakfast really quickly. I'm gonna come back to you in a bit.
That whole argumentation is very Jewish, and that is that there'll be a question put and an answer given. Question placed and an answer given. And if you have any Jewish friends, they're a joy to talk to.
I got rid of all my chickens except for 4 of them. 2 Easter eggers and my 2 old ladies. My Easter eggers aren't laying. I don't know why, but they are not laying eggs. So I have to buy store-bought eggs. There is such a difference from store-bought to homegrown eggs.
What don't bought?
What, honey?
What don't bought?
Store-bought?
Yeah.
Where you go to the store and you buy eggs.
Oh. Mom.
Or where you go to the store and buy anything. Freedom.
Yeah, or joy. Or joy.
Yeah, or toys.
or egg.
Mm-hmm.
We always get for egg. And we always got egg. And we will go to a new house. Oh, this one is so twisty.
It's so squishy.
Uh-huh.
Well, why don't you pick out 3 oranges, one for you and one for your brother and sister, and you guys can eat that with breakfast. Okay? All right.
I will pick the big one. I'll pick this one.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
What are we going
You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put the tater tots on. So, I'm going to have to turn this off. Leave this at the back for a bit. Darn it. Okay, I'll leave it there. We gotta get the tater tots out. Why don't you bring them over here? You can help me plate up the plates, okay? You can help me plate up breakfast? Okay.
It's orange.
All right. Well, we need 2 more actually. One for Daddy and one for myself.
Okay. But we can't eat this one.
Is that one yucky?
Uh-huh.
Well, let's see it. Let's check it out.
It's not like a bumpy line.
A bumpy what?
It's not like a bumpy line.
A bumpy rind?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's okay. That's just like a deformation when it was grown. So when it was grown, maybe it was up against something, or maybe the seed was a little funny when it grew, and so it just has a line right there. But this is just fine. I'll eat that one. So how many more do we need? How many do we have here?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. And so how many more do we need? How many people are in our family? 1 more. So how many is that?
5
Yeah. So how many more do we need?
more.
How many? How many more? Well, how many are here?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Show me 4 fingers. Well, how many fingers is it? There we go, 4. So how many more oranges do we need?
This.
No, we already have 4. So if, here, put up 5 fingers, because there's 5 people in our family, right? So we have 4 oranges, so put 4 fingers down. 2 more. Like this. You have 5, and then you have 1 orange, 2 orange, 3 orange, 4 orange. So how many oranges do we need?
1.
That's right, 1 orange. So go ahead and get 1 more orange out.
I got another one.
I spent,
Coming through, baby.
good job. I spent almost $100 on 3 bags of groceries 2-3 days ago. I couldn't believe it. Primarily meat was my purchase. I bought 2 things of milk.
Mom,
And-
look, I just make a circle.
Yeah, oh yeah, you did. A couple of other items, but most of it was meat, and I could not believe the cost. It was like 15 items that I purchased. They're hardly anything, and they were not like high ticket items normally. But today or the other day, I couldn't believe the cost. Yeah. All right. So let's put you down just a little bit more. I need a tripod so I can like have you guys centrally located, and then maybe just move your head or something so you can watch what I'm doing. I was looking at this one online, and it was electronic. So you have a remote, and the tripod has like a rotator on it, and it rotates. You can use the remote, and it will rotate the camera wherever you want it to go without you actually having to come up and manually adjust the camera. So I was like, oh, that is a nice one and totally ideal, because then, you know, if my hands are full, it's much easier to hold on to a little remote or pull the remote from my pocket or whatever and use that to adjust. Uh-oh, someone's crying. Use that to adjust where I need it to go. So I don't know, maybe I'll get that. Put these on the plate. Count them.
Good.
Okay, count them again, but do it louder so I can hear.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Very good. All right.
I just said 5.
Yes, you did. You said 5. Our house is so echoey now. Because most everything is moved out. I mean, our dining room is empty. We have nothing in there. And that's been weird. We miss sitting at the table and eating together as a family. Now it's like how it used to be before we got the dining room table. I'm so worried that the house isn't gonna sell. I'm worried. Anyways, my video is getting pretty long, so I'm gonna probably cut it out. As for now, we're just trying to sell the house and get out while we can, because things are changing so rapidly in the housing market, and here in California, we just want to be able to make choices that we feel are best for our family, if we want to. And having the house, unless we were to rent it out, which is still an option, but we really don't want to because we're afraid that if we rent it out, we may not be able to collect rent because of what a certain entity said about homeowners being able to collect rent. So we really don't want that. And we want money in our pocket so that we can go and buy a travel trailer. We don't want any debt. We really worked hard to keep ourselves out of debt except for one minor thing. Actually, it's not minor. It's a stupid timeshare that we've been trying to get out of for just over 2 years.
Daddy, looky little apple right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna make applesauce with that. Okay, so don't break it. Be very careful with it.
I just made.
Anyways, so we're just trying to sell the house so that we can start our journey a little earlier than expected. So I'll bring you back here to show you. Actually, you don't need to see the breakfast. It's just a simple little eggs and bacon and tater tot breakfast. So you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.